want to go into the sun if I can avoid.
The future of engineering isn't just about equations anymore. We're looking at a massive energy crisis while asking young engineers to solve problems we haven't fully defined yet. To get a perspective on how to navigate these problems, I talked to my old professor. He's seen the academic world from literally every angle, and I would like for him to introduce himself.
I'm from Illinois. I was born in Southern Illinois. I have 3 degrees from Southern Illinois University. So by the time I came here, I was chancellor. I had no time to teach. I hadn't taught for quite some time when I got here. After 7 years being chancellor, I went back to teaching, and that's when Dr. Dillon gave me courses that she thought I would be best prepared to teach, since I'd been out of the classroom 28 years, and engineering ethics just happened to be one of those courses.
And so, as a former student of his, I decided to test his syllabus. I started by hitting him with one of the biggest stereotypes in the industry: the idea that engineers will easily sell out their morals for a bigger paycheck.
You're right. You know, I hate to put all of us engineers in a box, but I do feel like over my career, I have seen that happen. They hire students directly out of college when they're more impressionable. Students might have very high ideals, but then they kind of follow the promotions and, the career. And they get to where they have car payments and a family and who knows. And it's not so easy to get away from a situation that you feel might not be ethically congruent with the principles that you have. So it is a problem. You prepare yourself ahead of time. So you're not trying to decide what to do when it happens. You've already got into your mind what the right thing to do is. So I think you got to prepare yourself ahead of time and know how you're going to address the problem before you do it.
Navigating traditional ethics is already tough enough, but today's engineers are also facing a massive technological shift that's completely changing everything: artificial intelligence.
I don't like the idea of AI. However, that doesn't mean it's bad because, I didn't like the idea of my smartphone when they first came out. It's like, that's too much. I don't want something to control me that much, but it's just how we as a civilization have evolved, where we utilize technology supposedly to make the world better. It doesn't have all of the perspectives of the planet in it. It's making decisions as if it did, and people listen to what it says as if it knows everything from everybody. It's speaking for mankind. You've heard the expression, I've stood on the shoulders of giants. So we have all of this information that's been collected by decades, centuries of engineers. As we've advanced technology, AI lets a layperson, even a freshman in engineering, have access to all that and bring that into their thought process as they're trying to design the next best thing. You just got to think about where all that information came from. And if you're aware of it, then you can make sure you're checking and balancing it.
These huge data centers that are popping up all over the United States require a ridiculous amount of electricity. As a result, the power grid and the AI data centers go hand in hand as they bring us to our next big question: our global energy crisis.
I believe the energy crisis that we have right now is moving towards an untenable situation for mankind. Molecules don't go away. Yes, they react and become different molecules, but they're there. The other things that we've tried and that are popular, like wind turbines, I love wind turbines, but you're also making those things. And when you make them, you use all kinds of fossil fuel energy to probably build them right now. You might be able to use other wind energy, but then also they only have about a 20-year life, and we don't have a way to recycle the materials that you use to build wind turbines. That same thing for solar. But the amount of electricity demand that we has causes us to actually cover up hundreds of square miles of Earth now. If you go to China or India or the US, you can find solar fields that are 50 square miles already. Think how much damage we did to the earth to build 50 square miles of solar collectors. But what I think we need to do is find a way to use less electricity, because finding a better way to make electricity is going to be difficult. So we should be all about lessening our dependence on this. We're damaging our planet and committing to do it worse.
When you realize how limited our resources are on Earth, it makes sense why everyone is suddenly looking up. If we can't solve our problems down here, do we have the right to look at space as our new final frontier?
I'm okay personally. I can't speak for the engineering enterprise or the planet or anything like that, but I'm okay with us as we grow on Earth and we have these issues with limitations of what the Earth can sustain. I think a natural follow-on is to explore the worlds that are reachable to us. So I'm all for doing that, because every space project that we've had, whether it be Mercury, Gemini, Space Shuttle, Apollo, and now Artemis, have provided discoveries that have benefited mankind in many, many other ways, not just going to space because of new materials. So I think it's good for us to push the envelope on technology and things like that. There will be fights over who benefits. Is it going to be Europe? Is it going to be the US, China? Who benefits from those resources? So if we go about it in a way that we're not doing it just for the US, we're doing it for the planet, I'm okay with it and excited about it. With something like Antarctica and things like that, there's no government at the North Pole, there's no government at the South Pole. Those are places that kind of belong to the planet, and we have to behave and share. So I think it should be like that. If we are the ones that put in the money and the effort to get there, then yes, we are kind of in charge. But if somebody else wants to come, we should open our arms up. And then once they join us there, then it's a wider scope and they have equality with us. It would just have to be developed over time. That it should be more like a world entity.
Once we leave Earth behind, how do we actually handle the politics and cooperate with other governments that are out there trying to do the same thing?
I've been really interested in Canada the last decade, where they are a confederation, but a confederation gives much more authority to the individual provinces. I wish the planet were more like that, where yes, we can be the United States over here and have our own identity and culture. You can have Cambodia that has its own identity and culture, but there's an umbrella that looks out for all of us as a world, like the UN, and we do have responsibilities and obligations to that organization as well. And I think if we had an organization that could leave people's cultures to themselves, but would also force or obligate every entity, whether it be a country or province or whatever, to work on behalf of the planet as a whole, maybe we could get rid of the wars and things like that.
Since we were already talking about outer space, I wanted to pivot to a fun hypothetical inspired by a sci-fi story, Project Hail Mary.
Well, I watched it too, and I was concerned a little bit about that at the beginning. I thought they were actually going to club him over the head and drag him away, but I think they were trying to get him to agree. But then he didn't agree, so they took matters into their own hands. But he became comfortable with it later. For you, I think if they did that to me, I would probably go through something like he did. I would have kicked and screamed a little bit, but once I got into it and understood that if I had the capability to make a difference, I would probably do it. I don't know. If it's for all of mankind, then maybe you just got to do it. You got to force the people to do it. But I wouldn't want to make that decision for the person.
As we wrapped up our conversation, the chaos of the future didn't feel quite as daunting. With decades of experience under his belt, I asked him what he wanted to leave us with. especially for those who might be a little fearful of what's ahead. He boiled everything down into 2 pieces of final advice.
Always been one of my adages is do your people work before your paperwork. And those are 2 big terms. What's people work and paperwork? Paperwork is all the things that we do on our computer, the analysis that we do as engineers, the drawings, our travel vouchers when we get back, our this form, that form. Those are important and you have to have those. But the important thing is your reactions and relationships with people. So I think it's very important in engineering that we can keep connected to our clients, to our bosses, our coworkers, and we work on our relationships together before we worry about the stuff that we are making or doing. And I think if you have that as a guiding principle, a lot of these other things get taken care of. But it's always way more rewarding if you do something with another person, a friend, a connection, than it is something. That one of the things you should do right away is as soon as you get in your career, put a hand backwards and help people that are earlier than you in your career and help them understand. And that part of that would be coming and volunteering to talk in class and things like that. When you're in your job though, get people at work that are less senior than you. So always put your hand back and bring people forward that are behind you, and then reach forward and don't demand, but ask people to help you. You're successful. I appreciate the way you make your decisions. Please take me on and mentor me. So I think that's a really good thing to do.
It's easy to look at the future and only see the scary challenges that lie ahead. The energy crisis, the rapid rise of AI, or even the challenges that lie ahead in space travel. But after talking with the professor, it's clear that the path forward isn't just about finding technical answers, it's about maintaining our humanity as people. A massive thank you to Dr. Pagano for sitting down with me and sharing a lifetime of wisdom. From the Chancellor's office back to the classroom, his perspective is a vital reminder for every single one of us trying to build what comes next. If you want to keep exploring the intersection of technology, ethics, and human progress, make sure to check out our work at sinha.org or visit our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.